What's up, YouTube? At it with another video, just chilling. I just got to do this. I didn't want to do this, but it's been so many people making fake, quote unquote, fake YouTubes like Michael Jackson, guilty. Well, Michael Jackson not innocent. One dude got pedophile in his name. Another dude got pedophile hunter something. Those channels, they quote unquote need to be taken down because all it is a bunch of lies. Where I like new stories I found that people said, like one dude could have been in a documentary in Neverland, or that he said something in 2019 that Michael did stuff. All I did was a Google search and proved all of it was wrong. Like not even seconds, found two articles saying that both of the dudes wasn't credible, and that the one boy mom even said she didn't believe that Michael or the other dude molested him. It was the dude that said they molested him, that they told him that he molested him. So and then dude watched the whole video and still didn't even know what he was watching. Like one of the dudes took down a post. Well, one dude though he didn't take it down. What he did was he stopped when the dude gave him fat. He stopped coming in to him. Some of them deleted their post. Like some dude said that he burned Michael Jackson stuff. No, it's proven that he went to an auction house because he tried to get it anonymously sold. That means he didn't want nobody to know. You want to be anonymous. But if you selling Michael Jackson stuff, why would you want to be anonymous? Because people like us, fans that do actual research, would know. And the research showed that he tried to do it anonymously, and they said no, and they even called it the Wade Robson collection, where he sold Michael stuff. So that narrative that he burned stuff, he did not burn it. Just like they said about the train station, it was built later. How you say that thing? It was opened later. So many holes into their stories. Like so many holes where I see something somebody said in my brain, I already got an answer for it just like that. I done so much research to know. I done see so many people, testimony, people saying stuff. Like like they said, if he really did do it, we would never had no allegation ever came out because Michael Jackson had that much money. Somebody said, and I feel that way. He had that much money that we would have never knew a thing. But since that it was the case, that's how you know that it wasn't true. Because if it was true, he would have did everything in his power to not get it publicly. If he knew they found out and stuff, or they knew that their child was molested. But no, it can't. It was a thing because all the father wanted was money. The first accuser, father videotape saying he was ruin Michael. The second one, Michael wanted to get rid of him. The mom didn't like it, so she went to and got the same attorney, and tried to sue him. The two new accusers that came out in 2019. One testified. He was the first witness, not second, not third. The first witness. The first witness. All right. Answer this: if you're the first witness and you're testifying for somebody that actually molested you, and they know they molested you, would they let their attorneys or whoever make you the first defense? No, because then you have a chance in front of everybody as a grown man. Not kidding, he wasn't a kid. He was not a kid. The fact that he was a grown man, he could tell it all, and he would have got locked up. And then they saying that they wanted to help other people like them, but then you could have put him away forever if he did that. But you didn't. You know why? Because you know that nothing ever happened. Then the other guy can say, oh, they wanted him. No. The court already had said that he was a liability, that they never was gonna need him ever. They never called or nothing. Like, and you gotta pick the people. It's a grooming, like it's a groom hard process where they have to decide who to choose and not for their defense. And you was never a liability. The other dude was, the way dude was prominent of doing it. He was prominent. He wanted to do it so bad. He wanted to defend Michael. Then he gonna say, oh, he saw his kids and he was like, he wanted the father to be in their life, when the nephew already said, Tosh Jackson already said that the dinner was after the trial. And then and one thing I want to say is about the alarms. If you the richest man, one of the richest men in the world, if you one of the famous men on the world, when you feel like you telling people that they out to get me, you gonna die. When you have alarms coming in your room, if you gonna know you gonna maybe be in your room a majority of the time, or if you got valuables or stuff you like valuables and stuff, of course you want to know. Michael Jackson, he started feeling like people was listening to him, and then he listened to his conversations, and he was paranoid because he felt people was threatening his life. And when he talked in the media and said, "Oh, he's loving kids, he's loving that," he was naive, because he was awkward. He was like naive. He didn't feel like if he did anything wrong, then he didn't feel like it shouldn't be no problem. But to a non-person, you would be like, "Oh, he's loving a kid's bed," and you gotta think about it. His room was 2 stories, a top floor, bottom floor, 2 stories. So when they say they go in Michael's room, he could be at the bottom floor, they could be at the top. It's 2 stories. It's not like a room like mine where it's just the whole room and door. And his door, they said his doors never was locked. Matter of fact, I think they said his doors, it was the doors that was on the outside. So the only way for it to be locked if somebody locks it on the outside. So they had, and then so the parents always had access in the room. And then the one kid said, "Oh, and this the one thing that everybody keeps saying is wrong. The Martin Bashir documentary was was cut. It was cut. If you see the thing with Mari Povich, he said the truth about it. The scene where the boy said, Gabe, if you love me, you'll sleep on the bed." So I slept on the bed. He was like, "Oh man," so I slept on the bed. They cut 2 parts. The first part, him and Michael was arguing who get the bed. He was like, "You get the bed, no, you get the bed, you get the bed, you get the bed." Cause he said I asked to go in Michael's room. He said it himself, and he said, "If you love," then he said afterwards he was like, so I slept on the floor, and he was like, "Yeah," and Michael thought he slept in a sleeping bag. But he said, "No, he just piled up blankets." And Michael said it. He slept with the many kids, but he said they fall asleep and then they wake up at dawn and go on a hot air balloon. And the reason he got mad is because y'all think it's sexual. He said he's going to sleep. He's trying to help heal a child that had cancer. Once the cancer was over, Michael was done with him. And then the night when the kid wanted to sleep in his bed, he had somebody in there with him that could testify that was with him, because the boy asked could he sleep in his room. He's like, "You can ask your mom." But then Michael's like, "No, we'll do this. You sleep in there with me on the floor, and they get the bed." So the guy slept with him on the floor, and they got the bed. And the kid never said that he slept in the bed with Michael. He said he shared a bed, Michael's bed, meaning Michael, when he say share a bed, he don't mean he shared it with them. He mean he shared it, mean he gave it to you. Like if you share your toys, like you let them play with your toys, or you let them play with your action figures, video games, or whatever. That's sharing. He gave them the bed as guest, and he slept on the floor. And they said, "Oh yeah, guest houses. They wanted to sleep with Michael. They were following anywhere. Even his wife said it. They were even follow. They probably could have followed him in the bathroom to know what his private part looked like, because their kids just want to be around Michael. And the big question of all, why would Michael want to hang out around kids? You know why? Because they pure at heart. They don't see him as a celebrity. They saw him as a normal person. They didn't want nothing from him. All adults wanted stuff from him. To people lying saying they wrote his lyrics. To people, to the maid stealing from him. The guards stealing from him. Owing the money. Dude making a book. Getting fled in the country because he got to pay because he know it's all lies. The dad's killing themselves. Like, it's more to the story. I didn't want to make this video long. But if you want to know more fact, if you are a true believer in his innocence like me, just get in touch with me, message me, and we could discuss about it. But at the end of the day, there's nothing that will get me to believe he was guilty. Because there's so many holes in the story. Because if I was molested, my story would never change. I would be prominent of getting justice, of putting the person in jail. I don't care how much my mama wanted the money. I would never took no money. And matter of fact, the first accuser, the dad they took money, and then they could have still testified. The son said he did he hated what the parents made him do, and and the mom, she even testified that she hadn't saw her son in 11 years because he went and got legally emancipated from his family, meaning they can't not deal with him or be around him. Why would you do that? And then every time new stuff come out, why would he fled the country and be not seen when new evidence come out about it? Because he do not want to deal with it, because he know what they did. He know his daddy drugged them. He know all the facts. And if you want to know more, just hit me up. Peace.